Hello everybody! I'm back with more Nobody Saves the World, which should pop in here shortly. Okay, great. Cool. I have the door open because I have a tiny dog, and he has been feeling not super great, so I wanted to have him upstairs with me since Meg is not here, so that's why this door is open, and he will be around. I don't know what he will think about this, since I've not had him up here streaming with this door open very much, and if he gets ill, then I may have to take a break and tend to him, so be aware that there may be some dog vomit on camera if we're very unlucky, because that's how he has been sick. But this is the way that I can still do a stream and be looking after Oreo. Right now he's just acting like his normal weirdo dog self, so maybe everything is out of his system. We'll be making him some bland chicken and rice for his dinner tonight, I believe, since that's what we've done in the past when he was unhappy in this way. So, we are going to pick up with our game. We're almost 11 hours in on this play, which I think is... I don't really know how close to the end we are. I know that we are level 35. I know that there are dungeons that are level 50 or 60, and that there are 2 more gem shards. So, if we look at the map here, we've got this dungeon, which... I don't remember if we did this one before. I think it was tricky. That's unknown. This is one of the big dungeons, because you can see it's different logo here. Level unsure, and star cost 65. So, we're at 48. That's, I think, the end of the game. And there's the other big dungeon. Wards regenerate. Dead dragon. I don't know that we did... No, we haven't done this one. So... Got one punch, interview the new hero. There's a bunch more eggs to do. Like chicken roosts, but I haven't been doing those. I don't remember how to get to that one. So I think first we should go and investigate this dungeon. I wish that I could like put a waypoint here. So we're going to go back to this fast travel point and then head over. Right? Oh, I just... Oh dear. TFO, I don't remember which way I'm supposed to go. Leave me alone. Okay. Well, that didn't work. I don't think we're... I think we're getting there, but I would guess that we are not going to finish today, would be my bet. But what we might do is get enough stars to do one of the endgame dungeons. Alright, I'm just going to have to book it to the fast travel point and leave, I think. They cannot come all the way into the settlement. These enemies are just hanging out. Alright, let's go around and check out that dungeon. So many enemies. I don't want to see them. I want to go somewhere else. I would like to go to see the dungeon, please. Okay. And I have monies. Knockback and interrupt immunity while health. Interesting. Critical damage is health. No, I think I'm just gonna increase my stat stuff. And let's... who are we gonna be? Let's go to Magician and look at Magician quests. Familiars, Confetti Bomb, many familiars. Familiars, Confetti Bomb. Okay. So I don't remember what's in this dungeon, so let's go refresh our memory. This is Crystal Mines. We need Sharp. Unknockable baddies. Baddies cannot be knocked back. And we need Sharp. Sharp is familiars. We'll see. I don't know if the familiars, do they count? They do count. Okay. Then I think we may be okay. Make sure to use Consume, because that's going to be my primary healing technique on this build. I dig the design. Oh, wow! This is cool and scary. You see the bomb hands popping out. Okay, that's poison. Burning a lot. Whoop. Let's get out of the burning. Just all turns into magic. Okay, but I did heal. Ah! So that's just going to keep on doing the thing. Okay, and there's another treasure chest. We have 6 upgrade tokens, so let's see if we can do anything for our magic. We can upgrade confetti bombs. So my familiars can also get poisoned, which I'm not a huge fan of. But so it goes. No, leave me alone! Yikes. Those self-exploding ones are rough. Give me health. Okay, good. The dynamite on the creature's back is alarming. I agree, the kids are asleep. Not my favorite, to be honest. Yep, just go there and tank, because y'all are gonna turn in. You're just gonna explode. Go, my familiars! Nice. Good job. And we get a open chests quest. The dynamite, that's still alarming. Okay, we are getting there on these 2 quests. They together are not quite enough. Well, you have 3 attack up buffs. I think that's gonna have to come after these. Because the consume is how I'm getting health. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that without. Yep. Yeah, when I first started playing this, using this form, I felt like I got tigers not infrequently, and now I feel like I get tigers less often, and I don't know for sure how much of a difference they make. I would expect the tigers to have more health, at least. isn't for everybody. Okay. Like, are the tigers actually less powerful? I don't know. There are some things in the game that are not very transparent, and honestly, that's fine as long as the overall play experience is still good, which it has been for me. But I think there's probably 1 or 2 levels of being super detailed and how close you pay attention to what's going on that the game could reward that I'm just not doing because mostly I enjoy running around with all this wacky stuff. Alright, we did the confetti bomb. First, yeah. Let's just claim that while we're here. And hit 2+ baddies with confetti bomb. That I can do. Okay. Now I need to knock a bunch of things around so that I can get my mana back, since this is a very mana-intensive form with kind of summoning stuff all the time. Alright, and I need to go around the other way to get through there. I just finally did a thing for Fractal Spire that I've been meaning to do for a while, and I'm excited for what we're going to do with it. It's kind of a way of getting extra stuff about the game out into the world that should be fun. Okay, and I've got lots of mana. That poison thing is still definitely doing what I want it to. You should go and tank that damage for me, familiars. Good job. So, I will announce this on Patreon and on the socials, but I'll mention it here, that I will be doing some extra streams this week, because Thursday... Oh, is this something special? No, it's just a part of the thing. That is going to be a boss fight. But yeah, it's my birthday this Thursday, and so I'm going to do a special stream on my birthday, which may just be hanging out, honestly. Oh geez, this is so much. Whoa. And of course the bombs and the world thing. So yeah, like hang out birthday stream on Thursday, probably in the afternoon, and then I am hoping to also do a Friday morning, possibly afternoon stream playing Elden Ring, which comes out on Friday, and I'm very excited about, because in the past couple of years, basically since the pandemic, Meg and I have gotten into Souls games, and this will be the first time that a new Souls type game came out since we got into them. So that's fun. Yeah. Why don't you finish this fight, familiars? Nice. Okay, so that's one more dungeon down. Some upgrade tokens. Lots of loot. Good job, familiars. You did the thing. So that'll probably be Wednesday stream for Ruined King, where I will pick back up after skipping this week because I forgot and got caught up at doing other things. Then birthday stream on Thursday. Maybe I'll do some book giveaways then as well. I've liked doing giveaways when I can on my birthday. At some point that became known as Hobbit Birthday, which is like you're hosting but you give out gifts. I don't know how textually based that is, but it's how it exists in my brain. And then Friday Elden Ring, and then Sunday probably normal stream of this, I would guess. Possibly something else. There are various other games out and coming that I'm curious about. And since we're probably in the back third question mark of this and Ruined King, to the best of my knowledge, we're gonna have to pick some new games pretty soon. Alright, let's upgrade that. 970. Alright, so very close to the amount that would let me. No. I suppose I could fight some enemies here and then. Just farming those confetti bomb kills. Oh yeah, you also have to pick a game. Yeah, I've mostly liked playing games that I haven't played before, but there's a different kind of fun in... Oh wow, I got a super big confetti bomb. Sharing a game that you've already played and getting to introduce it to people. That's like a different kind of fun. And then picking a co-op game is a different kind of challenge, right? It's got to be fun for both people that are playing, and then fun for the viewers. Did not get that much money, so let's just keep going. I'm also trying to farm some of these confetti bomb things in pursuit of that quest achievement. Well, you're close to being dead, so let's finish that off. Yeah, the let me show you this thing that I love and know really well is a fun type of thing. Right, well, and people are probably going to be extra interested in Zero Dawn because Forbidden West just came out, right? And so people who missed the first one will get an opportunity to catch up on it while there's a lot of hype for the sequel. I really liked what I played of Zero Dawn. I just reached a point where I got stuck, and that is the most likely thing to make me stop playing a game is get stuck and have other things to do, because my attention will just go somewhere else, and then I don't finish the game. Because I get out of the habit of playing it, and then that's that. So that goes this way. I suppose I could go up here, and we'll see how dangerous that world is. The kind of next zone over. Can't quite see. Okay, he's right there. He's immediately behind me. Do occasional Oreo checks because the way my camera is set up, I don't have a great view of where he would be if he was back there, but currently he's just right here. Level 37. Okay, well there's that fast travel point, at least. Oh, can I just go all the way up to this dungeon and not get mobbed by enemies that are way more powerful than me? Halt! Blorp. Access denied. Entry code required. Entry code, eh? Okay. explore, you say? Well, what if I go this way? Secret trail. Now, that sounds like a thing I could take to get past something that requires an access code. And let's talk to this dolphin. This very potty-mouthed dolphin. Here we go. Okay, so that opens. Let's see, where do we go here? Is this just connecting to areas that I've been in? It is. Okay. Well, now we have a shortcut through those areas, I guess. Mana upgrade. Oops. Well, I'm just gonna, maybe I should speed by these. Block aqua barriers. And then scavenge. So let's scavenge. This is, scavenge is this one up here. Alright, we do have scavenge. Let's go! And down here. That is... Okay, so that's not... Maybe we can go that way? Or is this just the secret path to get here? Like that, did you? Okay. Oh, okay, it's a waterfall. I don't think I can go up that waterfall, can I? No. So. Almost to that, I think A grade with the Magician is the next one we're gonna get. I guess you can get to S grade. There is an area over here. And lots of enemies coming after me. Oh dear. Okay, I think we cleared these enemies out enough. Because now, I want to turn into the egg. Because this is a roost. Big bird. That's a dodo, right? Or a cartoon dodo, really. Slightly cracked. Okay. And that gets us to B grade egg. Looks like. Cool. And the egg can have custom slots. One more egg will get me to A grade. So that's that. Let's go back to here. Okay, so that was the only thing over here. Yeah. I don't know what the... I'm supposed to get the secret code for for this dungeon, honestly. So we can't go that way, but we can go this way. So let's go here and see what's over that way. Oh dear. Let's get some familiars on this situation. Okay. It's very funny when you beat a big boss and then there's like just two little enemies left trying to hold it down. And just a few more enemies defeated with... Yep. It's just walked right into a fire. Okay, save here, and then let's go down this way. And I will remember what is over here. Deep jungle. Well, 39 is not too bad for 36. We'll see how we do. That should get us to A grade. And now that will unlock the monk, right? Maybe? Oh, horse. I thought I just looked at the wrong thing to get the A. I was looking at the requirement, not the reality. Interesting. Being super zoomed in here is interesting, but it's also scary because I don't know how many enemies there are like just around the bend. But we should switch to the horse, of course. What do we got? Stun sounds good. Charge time for abilities. Charge, dodge. Okay, we're gonna do consume as well. And stunning is very nice. Leave me alone. I kick you. Should also check what the horse quests are. Okay. Mana. Transitive property of murder. I like that. A very good idea. Okay. What are our horse quests? Recover mana by using horsepower, which is signature moves, restore more mana when used to break objects. Great. Hit 8 different baddies with 1 gallop. Break wards and poison enemies with gallop. Okay. All of your attacks do poison. Yep. So that's what we gotta do. Gotta get some more galloping going on. Is this it? There's no more level over here? You kicked me at. Oh, there is it down. Me at the horse. Okay, I guess that's all that there is over here. Nope, there's a left. Go up, and then I kick the nay. Cool. And we gotta keep on kicking these things because they give us the mana, which gives us the quest. Hey, there's something over here. That looks like it's a dungeon. Got a little skeleton here. Golden Temple, 38 baddie status immunity. Well, that's not great for what we're trying to do. What's this one? Critical damage is health. Okay. Well, let's skip that one because it's the lowest. It's the cheapest. I guess we're going to go over here to see if we can open that gate. Which maybe makes it easier to get back here. Okay, great. So now it's much easier to get here. But this is a level 38 dungeon, so let's go do a couple of things first. There's a treasure chest over there. Can I get there? Okay, let's be a small creature. Ta-da! The power of the egg. Oh yeah. Just being an absolute lump. Right. These enemies all respawned. Some. Okay. Yes, I know I'm taking damage. Yeah. The knockback on that is very nice in terms of like not getting exploded. Wow, that was a great gallop. Except for the part where I got exploded a little bit. Okay, how are we doing? 19, 11. Having enough mana to just be able to gallop through them for some time is really fun. Okay, not so many things to kick and recover mana from. Alright, let's go somewhere else. Save there real quick. Do this. Poison you. I have kicked all the things. Yeah, like a quest where if you've kicked every single different enemy type in the game, you get some, like a big XP bonus. Frog Mage. Oh right, there's another race that we can do. So let's go back there and see the Frog Mage and then check on the race. It's a fun building. You got the chicken for all Mounty? You're the best. Okay, that's a quest. Gets level 37. Okay, and then there's the race over here. And I have a pretty good amount of mana, so let's just give that a shot. We got a broom. The urge to race, it's stronger than ever. I should warn you, I'm pretty pumped up. A normal horse probably wouldn't stand a chance against me like this. Let's race. Yes! Got the inside track. Yeah, I got hit on the slow things. Yes, so we need to hit that inside track and avoid the slows. Ah, so she flies over that. So what I want is a fast flying type character that I can use Gallop with. I think that's what we're looking for. So the form, flying form, be a ghost, right? And then we want to give that ghost Gallop. I'm just going to check to see. No, it still slows me. Interesting. Is there a upgrade that makes you resistant to slow? Poison takes longer to build. You cannot move slower than 100 move speed. Okay. What is 100 move speed? Oh, that's not too bad, but I'm guessing that I can't then also Gallop. Yeah, so this is me trying to Gallop. Well, let's try. Okay, well, we can try the speed thing on the horse. And what were these other ones? Cooldowns. Okay, so upgrading the fleet-footed is maybe the thing that's going to do it. So, fleet-footed. 110 move speed, 120, 130. Okay, let's try that. And here we go. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Okay. But I can practice. Okay, so that's the route. I'm going to go to the right. But yeah, we have to go around here. And that's where she's going to gain. And we take the kind of most insider track here. All right, let's try that again. Got it! Yeah, nice. No, no more. You're the champ of this track. Nice. So, return to the Toucan Wizard. Kill enemy buffing glutes. Okay. I don't have any mana, so we just have to do a normal gallop this way. And here we go. You beat her again. Yeah! So, it's that quest, which is just some more XP. Mana, horsepower, poison enemies. Great. Okay. And those are just save points. We haven't gone this way. We haven't gone to explore the water from this way. So let's go over here. I don't want to do the ranger thing yet. That's the aliens. So let's go here and then loop around this way and see what's over here. these enemies are scared because I'm high level? Maybe. It seems like they should be scared. Alright, so that's horsepower. So, poison enemies, hit 8 enemies with gallop, break enemy wards. Wrong sound. Okay, and then we're going to go this way and mermaid and see what's up. Okay, this is level 39, so that's a good indicator that we're headed where we should be. Sneaky sneak secrets for some mana. Okay. Now we're catching up. Movement quest. Please to leave me alone. We're just scoping out the territory here. That, I think, goes somewhere. Mana. Opening up another part of the world, or a shortcut, really. Pardon me while I get this treasure chest. Soon I will be deceased. Just opening all of the shortcuts. I did unlock the fast travel point. Great. So that's where I spawn. Let's go over here and get all this loot. Not that much loot. That's to another board. Here is a dungeon. It's a big maw. Level 40 dungeon. Let's check. Baddie health times 0.75 rocket retaliation. Baddies launch a player homing rocket each time they take damage. That sounds terrible. I don't want to do that at all. Alright, so... Yikes. What if we didn't? Okay, but now we've got this map, so we need to get rid of this fog ore over here, and then we may depart this area. close to this. Let's go down here, because we haven't been through the water part over here. There may be some secrets. I would guess maybe a mana upgrade or two. Pardon me, just leaving. Thank you. May not be much exciting down here, since this is basically the starter area. No, not a whole lot going on. Well, we may unlock a movement quest or two, doing what we're doing over here. Okay, so we've done that. Unfortunately, we were very close to this, so we can go somewhere else. Which dungeon are you? Oh, that's the ridiculous damage. No thanks. Wards regenerate. That sounds possible. Viable, maybe? Let's be the horse, because we have a horse quest to break wards, right? Sharp and light. So let's do but this is not going to give us health regen, is the thing. Let's see. Maybe a kind of a grindy type dungeon situation for a little while. Oh, well, I need poison and blunt. Or dark. So we're gonna do this. Wow, that is a very short delay on the wards. I may need to switch to somebody who does has a bit faster of a primary attack situation. This is slow going, for sure. We are getting there. Yeah, it's just not doing this quest because of the types of enemies that there are. So Gallop, we do have the poison thing on Gallop. We don't need, I guess maybe we're getting slowed down. And poison enemies with Gallop and hit 8 enemies with 1 Gallop. We don't have Gallop right now. We don't need this. So we're going to replace that with Gallop. Actually, I'm going to put Gallop here because that's where I'm used to it being. Same with Consume. Yes, I wrote that. I guess I get there from somewhere else. Money. I dig the lighting situation here. It's tricky. This part is not too bad. Yeah, those... we did not quite get 8 enemies. Wait. Thought that I was getting up there with 8 enemies with 1 Gallop. How are we looking? 25. Nope. Oh, and I have to do that 15 times. Yikes. While I go and get this. Okay. Let's check that. So that's 3/4 of the way toward B grade horse. Kills stun baddies. Great. Stun I can do. Let's add the stun. Over here for just a moment until we are not slowed. So that's generic break ward. That takes us till 38. And okay, so this quest will get us to the next grade on the horse. And I think after we hit that grade, I may switch to a different character. Okay, we've definitely gotten enough enemies for that. So we'll go back over here. I would hope. 77, so not by as many as I would have thought, but enough. Bloop. And I'll do that. Lots of stinkiness. These enemies are small enough that I don't get the chance to stun them before they're dead, which is funny. Great. So 12 out of 15 on stunned enemies. That should be 13. 14. And they're all coming out of the way. And that did not do the 15. Doo-doo. Awesome. So that's B grade horse. Oreo. Still just a lump. Gallop for 10 seconds without stopping or taking damage. I should be able to do that. Nope, because I ran into something. That's fine. Next time I'm totally full up on mana, I can try it again. Excuse me, I need to get out of here. Yeah, the trick is that the consume power comes out of, like, is an attack from the front, so I can't consume and kick from the same direction. Yeah, I am absolutely making this harder on myself than I need to, and because I got to B grade with the horse, I think I will stop making this hard on myself. Who do you want to be? Blunt or dark? Let's be a ghost, and then a ghost we need to give a blunt attack, which we have. Great. So. I do like automatically clearing these things out. We need to do fear baddies and use boo while it's active. Great. Okay. Well, we feared baddies, but we fell apart. That gets us to D grade ghost, which will unlock a power, a passive, ethereal. Pass their bodies and their attacks, reduce move speed. Okay, use Boo, evade, hit, swallow, ethereal. Ah, great. Damage restored as health. Damage you take restored as mana. Recharge. Yep. So now we do have to start this over, right? We do, alas. Okay, evade, hit, swallow, ethereal. This may not be end up being the actual strategy for this dungeon. Touch ban and patty swallow ethereal to deal dark damage. Okay. So I don't know how I'm able to charge up Boo, because it switch to somebody else. Okay, so we need dark or blunt. Well, zombie is dark. Let's look at your loadout. So, zombite, yes. You need a blunt. Stomp, stomp is good. Poison, poison, poison is good. Charge time. Okay, let's try that. Kill baddies that have been infected. Hit enemies with Clombite. Great. 65 this time. But zombie is slow. Okay. Slow but steady. Alright, this looks viable. Just gotta keep zombifying. Oh, great. So, break the wards there. Clombite, infected, gallop. Here your heal with consume is interesting. I don't have that other slot unlocked yet, is the thing. Yeah, so much of the writing in this game is just what it comes off as effortlessly clever, but of course that means that people worked very hard to make it clever. Okay, that's level 40. Come with me, my zombie friend. Come here. Good zombie menu. Don't mind me while I get loot. Good. Okay. We're at 56 of 65. I can definitely see why you'd want the gallop on this zombie. Gallop is also blunt, though, isn't it? So... That's a lot of enemies with gallop. So we need good health. Oh, right, because the zombie is always slowly dying. Alright. Let's try yet another form. When in doubt, go rat. Let's see what our quests are with rat right now. Detonate 3 poison baddies at once. Arrow Fury, guard stomp. Okay, great. So we have stomp, and we have the detonate, but we also need consume. So let's just try this for now. The rat, so fast, so furious. Let's look at this, because we need recharge rate, because we have to do stomp really frequently. Unfortunately, the base attack here does not do a lot of damage. So, there's a lot of different ways of approaching it, but they all have their downsides. And that's fun, but also not fun. Okay, that's not doing it. It's not going to be the nobody. We have the Necromancer. That would be an option. Okay, let's try... Who could we be using that would give us progress towards something? We've already got B grade, so we have enough for the robot as soon as we unlock the monk. We haven't done turtle in a while. So we need a poison and a blunt, Basic is blunt. Consume is poison. Okay. Let's see how good or bad of an idea this is. Turtle's not too slow, but not especially fast. Okay. Well, this bouncing around part is pretty fun, I gotta say. Not glamorous, but it's kind of doing the thing. Turtle, turtle, turtle. So we've also got the water spray that we haven't done a lot with yet because it's but using Consume very actively as our poison word break is great for our health situation. This game's great because you come back and they're a turtle. Yep! Okay, well this turtle is pretty hardy with this build. I'm not doing... Kill that is when you have defense up. Well, I'm not using the water spray, so let's go ahead and do defense up. And what else are we doing? I guess gallop? Me lots of things to use my mana on for sure. Kill baddies while you have 3. Okay. See, this build is basically just playing ping pong. Playing a pinball game because I'm just bouncing around everywhere. Okay, good job, turtle. And wards. And now break wards and hit enemies with gallop. And we have just now defeated 70 enemies, so let's go to the next area. Great. And now we're full of. Turtle time. Hey, bud. Oh. Yes, good boy. All right. Alright, and that is A grade turtle, which means we get monk and then we get robot. I believe. No? A grade, nope. We need to do horse. Horse! These enemies are tricky because they get knocked back so much, and then they get their board back. Well, now we're doing it. Just gotta get him in a corner, honestly. Yay! Alright, let's upgrade some things. Let's upgrade our turtleness. Oh, turtleness is back here. And now we have 10, but we can't do that one. We do use that a lot. Oh, we can upgrade something else probably. Gallop, since we're about to use it. For more turtle quests. Turtle quests. Turtle quests. Yep, everybody get in the corner with me. Great. Good combo. Alright, I think we're gonna keep with the turtle until we finish this dungeon because it's given us so much. It's given me so much difficulty. Gallop is very good. Oh, familiars with Turtle. Interesting. Okay, now we're at the boss, and we've unlocked this, so even if we lose, we'll be able to come right back. Having things that give me a lot of mana and the Gallop is fun and very silly. Just leveling up during a boss fight, like you do. There we go. Cross off another dungeon. One that was a bit trying. But now I have discovered the power of Turtle. Dead Dragon Dungeon complete. And I have a fast move. Okay. So, finish that dungeon. We're level 40. Not a lot left to do with Turtle. Gotta finish being Horse. Gotta be Horse some more. 8 baddies with 1 Gallop. Break wards. Gallop without taking damage. Yeah, this is gonna... just the Gallop will be fine. So... save point. Just need to find someplace where I can die and then run around. Things to break to get my mana back. Getting there. Okay, level 41. Now we're talking. Okay, let's plot out our running path. Oh, Gallop is on this one. Oh, almost. This is level 34, which now is not a big problem for us. And let's open that. I know you. You're jerks. Alright, thanks. We did get a lot of gold by doing that dungeon several times. And this is the lab, right. I really need to not hit things. Check out all this amazing, weird scenery. This is not necessarily the greatest place to try to do the gallop thing because there's so many unbreakable obstacles. But we are seeing the area. Now let's get these little jerks first. And then this one. Okay, we've done all of this. We haven't gone up here. Talk to you. You had your own thing going on. This is the that was the escort mission area. 43, okay. Alright, move around quest. Alright, I'm gonna try to stay on the path here. Nope, didn't get there. Ten seconds, eh? Does not seem to be doing the thing. So, let's try something else. So, we have not gone all the way this way. That's what we should do next. And then I will take a short break. This place looks less mutated, but still has very tough enemies. The Shadowlands, eh? Hello? These sewers have been ours ever since we gained our freedom during the Revolution. Now that the monsters are here, our independence is once again being threatened. We shall fight these oppressors and reclaim what is rightfully ours, or die trying. It's the mouse, it's the rat kingdom? Hey, look at me, I'm a rat. Okay, so rat solidarity. And we are zoomed in here. This is fun. Kind of a more traditional dungeon crawler mode. So all these mana ups will make it more viable to be able to complete the Gallop challenge. Because we'll have more mana, which means we'll get to do Gallop more frequently. Or we'll get to do Gallop longer, sorry. Trying to get around here to where the treasure chest is. Yep. Open chests. Great. Now level 41. Stomp, detonate, lots of leveling, yeah. So even if I, well, there is, that's the way out. Hello. You're good, go in, friend. So you get here from both sides. But presumably I need to clear out all of the enemies in this for the rat NPCs to be happy. But looks like everybody. Let's check my map. Okay, we're gonna go back over here to check this, the little bit where I didn't explore the dungeon, but I don't think it goes anywhere. But there are enemies. Okay, well, let's see if that does it for our rat friend. Okay, well, maybe there's more. Maybe this is just one of several sections. I do like the way that the game gives you a variety of reasons to switch back to forms from earlier that you kind of unlock earlier in the game, in terms of these small areas and things like that. Wizard Tears. This is fun and creepy. Don't mind me, just exploring. Sailing and sailing away. What's in the middle? Suddenly, this is a bullet hell. Nope. Still fill up a kill enemies quest, right? Is there anything else around here? What was in the middle? Maybe there wasn't something in the middle. Yeah, this is just scary. Okay, well, let's go back over here. And go this way. Yep. 43. I came here to commune with the dragon ruler of the Shadowlands. I thought he could cure the fungus sickness that's infecting my friends, but the sickness has taken hold of me. I can barely move. Turn back, enjoy the time you have left. There's nothing but fungal noises, monsters, and death. Creepy. Love a good burning, like, Sauron eye tower. Bone tree. This bone tree is rad. Love it. It's like bone hand tree. Very cool. Hello. Mana. Mm-hmm. Very nice, they said. The kids are asleep. Tarsal tree. Bone cats! Or skelecats. Path of Doom. And this is unlocked. Oh, that's because this is going to be a murder zone. Womp womp womp. But we do have consume here. More? Oops. All right, let's go somewhere else. So now we have been over here. There's another dungeon this way. Dark Tower. Like you do. Hi, buddy. Bless you. Waggle face. Where is my... I guess I'll go around here, and that's what this is supposed to be. There's not a fast travel point anywhere here in a while, so maybe we do need to go back and try this area again. But we have some upgrade tokens, so we should use them on horsepowers. I like that it spawns you right back there. Stay away from the flame here. Oh dear. clear them out fast enough. I was wrong. Clear some of those out first. Consume as much as I can here, get my health situation better. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Nope, that's not gonna work. Alright, who else could we be here? Magician. Summon a zillion familiars. Okay. This seems to be working. Alright, that did it. Go Magician. You're the best. You may literally be the best. I would swear that this is a trap. You step into this trying to get to the treasure chest and then you fall down somewhere terrible. Another fight arena? Yep. Thank you. Oh dear. It's fine. It's good to have No. Magician. This is a fun, different kind of area design in terms of everything being very narrow, and this is another battle arena. Your friends. Get to work. no, sad night. Here are some stars as a reward. I made it through the path of doom. There's 3. People die when they are killed. What? Okay. The night has fallen, but not. Kitty! Oh. Groundskeeper, are you a specter? In the name of the dragon ruler, stand down! Wait, you're a person, kind of. Forgive me, traveler, I haven't seen many living souls in 8 centuries I've been here. I'm the groundskeeper of the Shadowlands, bound by immortality to serve the maker of this nightmare, the dragon ruler. Even after my ruler died, the spell wasn't broken, and now my master's Alcazar is covered in a gooey fungus. What sort of punishment would he have for a groundskeeper who can't perform his duties? Better not think of it. Okay. There's fast travel. Infinite quest. Sure, upgrade tokens. Kind of expected that to be like a poison lake. Okay. So there's a dungeon up here, and then I can unlock this probably. Let's go and see that first. Yes. Okay, I should take a break now before I forget again and get caught up in something else fun. So, I'm gonna go to my break card and run an ad, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. I may take the dog into the backyard to see if he needs to do any dog business. And then I'll be back soon with more Nobody Saves the World, but it's me, nobody. Okay, we are back. I did in fact have to take the dog out, so we just went around the block in a slightly leisurely fashion. Ooh, okay, so I've seen the boss version of those. I don't know if I've seen the normal version before I saw the boss version, which is interesting. 20 familiars, baddies with the big bomb. Okay. That's just sometimes the confetti bomb is big. Yeah, I remember you. Oh, jerks. Around from somewhere else to do this one. Oh, those enemies kind of melted after I got rid of the kind of overseer type critter. Treasure chests. Okay. So maybe I have to go around this way. Or there's a long way. So let's go this way first, just in case. Upgrade token is nice. What the criteria are for throwing the big bomb. I think it just sometimes throws the big bomb. Save screen. Oop, that's mana. See if we can go up and around to get to that dungeon. So that leads somewhere, but let's go the other way first. That one clears out my familiars pretty quick. Alright, now if we find the right spot, we should be able to do the horse thing, I think. Oh, okay, so we can't go down there now. Let's do that. Pretty and terrifying. Dark Tower, level 42. Shortcut. Form locked. So I'm guessing when you enter, then you cannot change inside. That's interesting. Okay, so we did all of this. Guess. I thought that there would be a way to get from here to there, but it doesn't look like there actually is. 315. What are my quests looking like with this? Oh no, just not doing anything. Well, I need to do horse. Okay. Let's be a horse. Did not make it. Bummer. What are our other horse quests? Are gallop, break enemy wards with sharp or light. Let's go ahead and do that. What were the, just light are the words? Horde of bunnies, yep. You cannot change forms or change the abilities of your current form. Okay. So I had no mana then, but now I'm going to try to plot a path. So if I do this, maybe I can gallop all the way. Nope, there's too many enemies. Because I use one forward. We'll probably also die here because we're starting from basically zero. But look, the enemy wards, they stay broken. So not one dungeon anymore. Oh dear. Well, I'm gonna die. So light makes me think that magician may be good for completing this dungeon. It's just that I don't need form progress with him. Slug, I do need slug. Maybe let's be slug. What's our situation with the slug, quest-wise? Poison damage, blob blob, hit slowed enemies with water spray, shoot 20 tears into one baddie in a single tear burst. Okay, well, let's upgrade your stuff a little bit. Slug friend. And a blob blob. And a slime slide. Okay, and so familiar is no. Poison, blob blob. Poison. That's good. I need blob blob. Okay. We are very slow. Except when we do the zoom. Okay, we'll get a kill baddies. Let's see, turtle spray, right? Hit slowed enemies with turtle spray. Let's abandon that. And we're gonna get something that will heal us. Since the healing situation was not great. And 4% damage you do comes back as healing is not bad. Charge time reduced. So what else heals? We do have the things that raise defense. Block. Defense up. Okay. He's defense up. Yep, nice. That did the thing. Ranged attacks. Okay, one more quest. If it's a good one, will get us a blob. Kill baddies with poison damage. Okay, blob blob. See you there. Nice. You just put out an aura of murder. 19 of 25 on poison. Three more with poison. Here. Okay, well, I I see the end of the level pretty close. Because there's a teleporter. Have I done the thing enough? Oh, I need a key. Okay. Where did I not go? I need to go straight down. Wow, that was not a lot of level. Their skeletons are very cute. Look at that. Alright, what's down here? Oh, there's the key. Three more enemies with poison damage. Unfortunately, if I want to use my speed thing, I'm going to go into the next level with the next floor with less mana, and I don't want to do that. Cool statues here. So that also needs a key. See if poison will do some of this thing here. Nope. Pleasant. Okay. A rank slug. Yes. And then a rogue. And then a necromancer. Rogue has fan of knives. AAA, perform a knife throwing combo. Hold A, add range and pierce to the next knives thrown. Restores mana. Money motivated. Picking up money reduces all cooldowns by 1 second. That's very funny. And then, what do I need? Rogue has to be C to unlock a necromancer. Cool. And there's a chest over here. So blob blob. And then things with tail swipe, or things with slow and blob blob. I don't have the key, so let's keep going. Blob blob is difficult to hit with. Oh, there's stuff down here. That sends me right back to the beginning, it does. Well, we've unlocked the rogue, so we can start the dungeon as the rogue, but we are not gonna, I guess we'll have one slot open to do something. So let's do Confetti Bomb, understanding that we may have to switch to somebody else. Hit baddies with Fan of Knives, because we don't have that many abilities. I'm just mostly curious about this character, because they're new. Plus, this will kind of complete this quest very quickly, which is not surprising for the F to D grade quest. So, Fan of Knives, D grade, one more grade to unlock Necromancer, Cloak and Dagger. Hold, become invisible. Release, perform a stab that crits when hitting from behind. Costs 40 mana per second, because rogue. And health items, so level 42, life, the universe, and everything. Okay. Hit 3 baddies with 1 charged Fan of Knives, pick up money while an ability is on cooldown. Hold to stay cloaked, release to dagger. Dagger baddies after staying cloaked for 1 second. And cloak is X. Great. Getting used to the cooldowns here. Nice. That's very funny. Or, it's fun. I don't know how good it's gonna be. Oops. Yeah, because that just totally whiffed. Does make them not see you, which is pretty great. But if you run out of mana while you're doing it, you'll just come visible again. Dagger, okay. I don't know what the back of you is. That's the thing. I wonder if I get progress. I don't think I get progress on other forms quests because I just did the big bomb. Pick up money while an ability's on cooldown. Oh, that means if I'm smashing things and there's money, I should use an ability. Right. Okay, yeah. Okay. Kind of silly, but I mean, this game is silly. I'm going that way. honestly, it's very apt that you can cheese the rogues quests because rogues like cheating. That kind of silly fun stuff. Alright, so now we can go here again. This rogue form is fun. I don't know if it's necessarily strong enough to do what I need it to in terms of finishing this dungeon, but let's find out. Alright, money while ability is on cooldown is complete. And that gives me cloaked and hit 3 baddies with 1 charged fan of knives. Which I need to do several more times than I have. 27 more in fact. Hello? I think that's a mag. Yep. Dark science, eh? Around. Alright, I'm going to take just a quick break to say hi to Meg and take the dog downstairs. I'll be back for, hopefully, the end of this dungeon. Alright, let's finish up this dungeon. Cloaked, cloak and dagger. to lose. Pull it out, pull it out. We can upgrade though, right? Yes. Let's reduce that cost and increase the mana production here. I don't think I can backstab you. I don't know that you have a back. Nice. Just gotta get around to get that food. Yeah, because these enemies don't pop up, which makes it hard to hit several at once with the attack. But we completed that, so we need one, hopefully just one of these two other quests. Dagger enemies from behind for a guaranteed crit. Great. A dagger from behind. Ah. I don't know if that was mine. Stuff back here. Just need some food, thank you. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, great. Rogue ship. I should have gone back, because I don't have the key. Yeah, a lot of the enemies in this dungeon I think are especially not optimal for the rogue's kit, but I'm gonna try to make it work. Because if I don't, I could just wrap early. And if I do, then finishing a dungeon is a great place to stop. This is good, like, keep to the basics evil lair kind of design. You know, red glowing skulls, evil ritual circles, walls of bones. I mean, they're called classics for a reason. Gotta go over this way. If we get to the fast travel point, even if we lose the boss fight, we will be able to come back. Speaking of which, think those hands had a back. Oh dear. Instantly. Not sure how I fucked that one up, honestly. Have to hold. There we go. Somehow you did not get your weapon. Is that it? Nope. Hey, that's a dungeon. Dark Tower dungeon complete. And we finish that, which should mean that we get Rogue C and nope, Ghost is still a D. Okay, that's fine. We may not be able to finish the Ghost quest before I want to stop for the day. But let's go out and see whether that's the case. I dig the Rogue. I'm excited to see what else they get at B grade. Looks like. Ghost, what is your quest situation? Use Boo while it's already active to increase aura size. So I want to lowers Boo's cooldown 1.4 seconds per hit. Okay, so we need to upgrade it. Let's just buy a bunch of upgrade tokens, honestly. And then... okay, that's all that this can upgrade, unfortunately. Let's upgrade everything. Ability cooldown. So I just have to hit a bunch of enemies to be able to. There we go. That was let's go down somewhere else where I can fight a bunch of enemies. That was not it. I guess the ghost can probably float. That's, I would assume, a solid guess. Yes. Nice. Okay. Hey, that should be Ghost C, and therefore Necromancer. Look at that evil skeletal-looking guy. Necrotic Lightning. Shoot necrotic lightning from your fingers. Restores 12 mana. Blood Pact. Familiars are healed for 100% of all damage you do. Nice. And level 43. Alright, let's go somewhere and try out the Necromancer. And then call it. Yep, Blood Pact on the Magician, absolutely. Doop, 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 just a Necromancer hanging out, doing Necromancer things. Let's see, where is my fast travel? Okay. Some good Force Lightning, basically. Just need a lot of enemies. I simply want to fight. Yes, more enemies. Actually, I should give you this. Because you will heal. Yes, enemies. Look how I heal you. Oh, I go as a rat. Pardon me. Yeah, giving, I agree, kids are asleep. Giving bunnies and tigers to the Necromancer is much funnier. So, I dig it. So I only have a few forms left to unlock, which means we should be pretty far in the game, honestly. Hey, look, we have something else though. And a treasure chest over here. You have to be small to do it. Necromancer is beefy. Enemies? And shortcuts. Can I just do this dungeon again? For grinding? Yes! Ah, okay. I think that's the disguise I was missing from somewhere. familiars, but I don't like so many that they do all the damage, because I do want to lightning. Just your friendly neighborhood necromancer doing necromancer things. Okay. Get to D grade, and then we can upgrade. We can unlock some stuff. Summon Demon, of course. Cast an Unholy Circle that deals dark damage. Summon Demon Familiars from corpses. Costs 50 mana. And necrotic damage and familiar. Heal familiars. Summon Demon Familiars. Great. Okay, so then I guess the thing, does that have to do the damage to bring a demon? Let's check this text again. Summons demon familiars from corpses. Okay. There we go. And they look like little tiny versions of me. It's great. That's cute. Demons and bunnies. Now, the demon circle having to do the damage is not really working for me. But maybe I'll just get used to it. Oh, that worked. Yes, look at all my little familiars. Look at their little silliness. It's beautiful. Fight me! Fight me! The heal thing means that your familiars will stay around longer, which is great. And I can use that on the magician. Summon demon too. Nice, 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 nice. Alright. Necromancer is rad. I approve. Little pitchfork demon friends. Summon demon familiars. Complete dungeons. All right, so today we unlock the Rogue and the Necromancer. The Rogue picks their teeth with the dagger, which is very fun. So we need to upgrade the horse to get the monk, and then the monk to get the robot. And then we need robot and necromancer, and then we need to do a bunch of find a bunch of nests to get the dragon, which looks to appear the very final form that we can unlock. So let's look at the world. We did a couple dungeons today. We found this I don't know that we got to this one, but that's a 65, which we have 65. That's, I think, the end game. This is the too much damage. This is rocket retaliation, which was scary. This isn't even my... Oh, it is your final form. Yes, exactly. Very good. Rocket retaliation, maybe not so bad for a summoner type character. And then we've got this dungeon. So I'm guessing these are the two dungeons that will give us the shards. And then we'll go here, which is endgame. So let's go ahead and... charge time. And there's the familiars explode. Almost got that. Let's upgrade the necromancer stuff. Oh, well, blood pact. It's a good idea anyway, because it increases the healing. So, I'm a necromancer. Very fun. So, that's it for today's Nobody Saves the World. As a reminder, my normal streaming schedule is Wednesdays and Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern, but this week I'm going to do a stream on Wednesday, which is going to be Ruined King, where Ilawi is best. Thursday I'm going to do a birthday stream, which may just be hanging out and chatting. I may talk about writing stuff or other things that I've liked, or I may hop into like a demo of something, just to have something kind of going on visually while I chat. I'll probably do some giveaways of like ebooks and maybe other stuff on Thursday, and then on Friday, network permitting, I want to try and do some Elden Ring, because I pre-ordered a digital version, which will start preloading on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I can play it on Friday. So depending on how hyped I am, I might just like get up, walk the dog, like do my morning routine, and then jump into Elden Ring. Now I have to look after my paw because I'm a writer here. So I think what that means, we'll probably get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I might then take Sunday off depending on how I'm feeling. But birthday stream sounds like a fun time, and the craft chats have been really fun. To talk about it here, I have added one new backer level, and a kind of a new benefit for, and let's come to just chatting here. Hello, it's me. Since I'm talking about logisticsy things, I have a new backer level on Patreon where normally my hourly consulting rate for like marketing and career coaching and whatever is a certain number. You get a notable discount if you back my Patreon at the $50 coaching level. And at that level, each month that you have kind of paid as a subscriber, you get one 30-minute coaching session where I will brainstorm for you and work with you and answer your questions on some question, like whatever you are concerned about or interested in publishing. So this could be workshopping how to hand sell your book. It could be walking you through how the publishing process works. It could be talking about how to improve your query or synopsis. It can be any other types of things of craft. I can talk about stuff out of my experience of Angry Robot that I'm allowed to talk about in terms of how the industry side of stuff works. If you are looking to get into publishing as your day job in terms of like being staff, editor, marketing, publicity, so on and so forth, I can talk about that. But if you don't want to do the coaching level, because I know it's a not insignificant amount of money, my $10 a month level, the Blade Crafter, now means that as long as there's 4 people or more who are at the $10 level or up, I will do a monthly group call where people can come in with their questions about basically the same thing, but because it's a group, because there's 4 or more people who are backing at that level, then it makes it viable for me to go ahead and set aside the time of a half an hour to an hour each month to do much the same thing, but in a group setting versus the one-on-one. So if you pay more, you're going to get that one-on-one direct support, and you can get the coaching over several months if you want to do that. The $10 level has other benefits because it's got all the stuff below, and now we're doing the group call. So it's something I'm going to try out. The first group call is going to be in March, and if anybody signs up for coaching, then when they've kind of paid as a subscriber on March 1st, then we'll schedule some coaching for them. It's something I'm very interested in trying to do. I've done consulting kind of on my own as a thing where people just get in touch with me and we work it out there. Going through Patreon, there's more discoverability. I'm trying the kind of half-hour format instead of a full hour, which means that it's cheaper because you're paying for a smaller chunk of time. And we're going to try it out. It may be that a bunch of people are interested. It may be that people aren't interested now, but they're going to be interested later. I thought I would try it out and see what people think, whether it is something that's going to be useful for them and will be viable in terms of like kind of getting some ongoing support to kind of keep my writing going. And you can do that by going to patreon.com/Michael R. Underwood. You can also support my writing by subscribing here. If you have not followed the channel and you like what I do, please go ahead and follow the channel at twitch.tv/turbotango. You can also watch the archives at youtube.com/c/Mike Underwood. And we're going to have some fun stuff coming pretty soon for Girl by Moonlight Fractal Spire. Don't I have a GBM? Okay, yes, it just took a little while to load. Fractal Spire is a Girl by Moonlight actual play show that I play in along with The Kids Are Asleep, as well as Brandon O'Brien, aka The Rising Tides, Yori Kusano, and Gawain Lin. We have a wonderful time. There's 2 episodes that are available, our session 0 and then the first session, and those are coming to podcast form at speculatesf.com if you'd rather listen. So that's all of my various business. I will see everybody again on Wednesday if you're tuning in live for more Rude King, and then Thursday birthday stream, and Friday Elden Ring, where we will meet the Tarnished Turbo. Tarnished is the name of the type of being that you are in Elden Ring. I'm a little bit hyped. So that's that. Let's see if there is anybody streaming who we can go raid. There is. Katie She is streaming, so let's go ahead and raid, though Katie may be finishing up. So I will disappear after that. So let's go raid, and thanks so much for watching, y'all. See you next time.